Is lawyering up a bad idea? If the police want to talk to you and ask you some questions and you say, I need a lawyer, are they going to think you're guilty? How soon is too soon to hire a lawyer? How late is too late to hire a lawyer? Let's talk about these questions on this week's video. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having a great week and gearing up for another awesome weekend. This week, we're talking about the initial hiring of a lawyer, and you'd be shocked at the disconnect that exists between what people know to be a good idea and what people actually do. 9 times out of 10, if you ask somebody on the street, hey, should you hire a lawyer if the police want to talk to you? They're going to say yes. Everybody knows inherently that that's a good idea. And yet when it comes time to do that, so few people actually do. They get approached by law enforcement. Law enforcement says, hey, we just want to ask you some questions. They act very nice. They act very polite. And the person knows in their brain they probably should hire a lawyer, but then they don't because they don't want to look guilty. Well, let's get rid of that image right here and now. There's a reason that in the back of your mind, it is telling you hire a lawyer. And this goes whether you're guilty, innocent, have no idea what they're talking about. It doesn't matter. You should hire a lawyer right away because the lawyer can interface with those police officers or that law enforcement agency, and they can make your life easier in so many ways. Let's say, hypothetically, that you're guilty of a crime. Well, it's obvious why you shouldn't talk to the police. You don't want to give them an admission. You don't want to give them a confession. You don't want to give them extra evidence that they can use against you. You don't want to give them a fake statement that they can then tear apart and prove that you were lying. So hire a lawyer so you don't do those things. Let's say you're completely innocent. You know what they're talking about, but you had nothing to do with it. Same thing goes. You don't want to give the police a statement that they can then twist or misinterpret or misconstrue. You want a lawyer to be able to piece together exactly what your statement needs to be, put together facts that corroborate that statement, and then hand that over to the police in a way that's going to make their job easier to eliminate you as a suspect. A lawyer has the skills, the training, and the experience to do that. And so you need that help so you don't mess it up. Let's say you have no idea what these officers are talking about. Well, again, the last thing you want to do is go in and start speaking to topics that you don't know what you're speaking to. You might end up admitting to something that you weren't even aware was a crime. You might put yourself into a situation that the police officers had no idea you were even involved in the first place. So hiring a lawyer will help you to figure out what it is that the police are looking for. So again, it's obvious. It's so obvious to pretty much everybody that when you are approached by law enforcement, you should hire the police. And yet there's this thought that, well, if I lawyer up, they're going to know I'm guilty. They're going to know I'm hiding something. Nothing could be further from the truth, okay? Even if they think that, who cares? Why would you sacrifice protection of yourself just to maintain some type of image to the police? They don't care about your image. They're not your friends. They're not looking to help you. Why do you care whether they think you're guilty or not? It doesn't matter. All that matters is you protect yourself to the best extent possible. And then if you're innocent, figure that out and get out of the situation. You'll never deal with these police officers again. Who cares what they think, right? But more importantly than that, most police officers, especially most good police officers, don't have that mindset. That mindset's been ingrained into us through shows like Law and Order and all that other nonsense, NYPD Blue, that as soon as somebody lawyers up, they're the guilty party, right? That's not how the real world works. Most good detectives understand that smart people are going to get a lawyer to help them through this process. Just like you wouldn't buy a house without a realtor, right? Just like you wouldn't diagnose yourself with an injury without going to a doctor. You're going to utilize people that are experienced in that field to help you navigate the process because it's not something that you do every day. That's normal. That's expected. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing suspicious about that. So again, I know this video this week is pretty common sense, or at least it should be, but I'm going to reiterate. Hire a lawyer as soon as you get approached by any law enforcement. There's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing suspicious about it. Just do it. You will thank yourself later. As always, if you want to chat about this or anything else, please feel free to drop me a line and swing by on Sundays at 7:45 p.m. my Twitch stream where we talk about this. We talk about legal issues that are going on. I answer whatever questions get thrown into chat. So come by, hang out, and we can talk about anything you got on your mind. Hope you guys have a great weekend, another great week next week. So until I see you next time, be good and stay on the right side of the bars.